Well, first of all, I have to say it's a team effort. And so I'm going to be accepting the award on Thursday from my Lord Lieutenant of Derbyshire on behalf of the company. So it's not my award, it really is the company's award, and it's that team effort that's made us a successful, innovative company that we are. It's beginning to sink in because I was very privileged to be invited to royal reception at Windsor Castle, and I hadn't really thought about it much. I put it in my diary and then sort of parked it, the way you do when you're busy, and then thought, oh Lord, I need to find something to wear, and then it started to sink in on the way down to Windsor, really how far the company has come and how much it really has achieved, because we're a small company, but we're growing and we're successful, and that success breeds success, which is lovely.
I'm looking forward to hearing all about the company. I'll stay with the product that's just to the left of me at the moment that you've been awarded for. Tell us all about the Smart Saddle and how it came about.
Well, it came about through being a rider myself and a trainer, and I could see that horses struggled often with saddles that didn't fit. It's like asking an athlete to run in business shoes that are size too small sometimes. And saddle fitting is a profession that's really only in its embryonic stages. It's quite new and it's growing, and there aren't enough good, suitably qualified, experienced, skilled saddle fitters out there to do a good job. So there are a lot of horses now working in saddles and being asked to work at the highest level in saddles that they're not comfortable in. And there's a growing body of evidence that a lot of sports horses are uncomfortable or having pain-related issues. And so in thinking about how saddles work on horses' backs, it became obvious that there had to be another way of doing things. And so I wanted to try to produce something that worked better for horses, but also it's got to work well for the rider. So although there are other saddles on the market that don't have rigid structures in them, or partially rigid structures, there's nothing that has really addressed both sides of the equation. So it's the horse-saddle rider interaction that has really sort of fueled my desire to try and get the design right. So it's been a long journey. I first started using alternative saddle designs in the late 90s and just thought about it and had sleepless nights about it. So yeah, it was the horses that told me whether or not they were comfortable, and bit by bit I could read horses' behaviour more easily. And now we've got the science behind reading horse behaviour or ridden horse behaviour. It's now much more important to try and get these messages out to the end user, to horse owners and riders and coaches, that horses are telling us they can't verbalise, but there are certain behaviours that if you monitor them, you can tell whether or not the horse is comfortable. And so this is a crucial tool, really important development for us to be able to evaluate saddle performance by looking at horse performance.
And when it's in practice, because presumably you've used this one alongside me, have you noticed a noticeable difference in the horses you ride with and without this saddle?
Oh, completely. Otherwise I wouldn't bother. That's the whole raison d'etre, really. So it's been a long journey in trying to come up with a design that really does function on a moving horse's back, because the moving horse's back is a little bit like a moving foot in a trainer. And this is where it's taken us a long time to evolve the design so that it can work for most back shapes. I think it's always difficult and dangerous to say one size fits all. And do we have the answer for every single horse out there? Probably not. But all I can say is I haven't been stumped yet. I've always managed to make any horse that I've tried to work with more comfortable, and the riders too.
Very important that I don't get locked. I find it fascinating. I could talk about it all day. Very important that I don't get locked down into that, and talk about Solution Saddles as a business as well. Can you give us an oversight? Because presumably this is one of many products that you have available.
Yes, we have a range now of saddles for different horse types. So the morphology of the horse is important. It's the same that not everybody likes to run in Nike. So there are a whole myriad of types of trainers out there. So we have made now a range of saddles that fit different sort of back shapes, and also for different sports, because riders like to do different things. And the posture that you would adopt for cross-country riding, for example, is very different to the posture that you would adopt if you were just going out for a long, slow ride to enjoy the birdsong in the countryside. So we try to provide everything in our range of saddles that will suit whatever the rider wants to do with their particular horse. The award is a great honour, but yes, the bottom line tells me also that we are doing the right thing, because people want to buy what we produce. And what makes me get up in the morning is the thought that we're going to make more horses more comfortable. And you can't forget the rider. The rider's got to be more comfortable in order to ride well, and therefore create that harmonious partnership that we all seek with our horses. So that's the bit of it that keeps me going. And it's just great to see that we're taking more steps towards that.